Hello, friends. I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? Hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. Well, it's not great. It's currently raining. It's been raining all week. That sucks. It's also my car is having troubles. It's been having troubles for years, but now it's having a trouble I can't continue to ignore, and that is that it's leaking coolant somewhere. And that sucks. It's a slow leak, so I'm assuming it's probably a coolant temp sensor or possibly a head gasket, but it's enough that it's concerning. I can't really drive it long distance or anything without having a problem. Um, and it's raining, so I can't get out there and figure out what's wrong with it right now. So hopefully I have a few things I need to do today. I got to take the dog to the vet. I got to get the kid. Got to get the kid to practice and back. So there's still some more trips left in today, and hopefully it'll survive all of that without issues. Man, getting the dog to the vet. My dog is, I've had him on before, but it's been a very long time. I should have brought him down here with me. He is a lab wiener. So he's like a medium size, like 30-pound, 35-pound dog. And he's a very vocal animal. He barks at a fly fart, but he also is like a complete baby when it comes to getting groomed. He can't stand it. So I have to take him to the vet to get his nails done because he won't let me do them. I mean, it's outrageous. And even there, it's outrageous. Like, everybody in the place thinks he's being murdered because of how much he's screaming and yelling and carrying on. So I have to give him, I don't want to say, if I say the name, then YouTube will, it's on the screen. I have to give him, I guess it's a thing to treat depression. It's not necessarily, or it's an anxiety thing. I don't think it's a sedative, but it absolutely turns him into a different animal for a day. Actually, probably more like 2 or 3 days. So what I have to do is give him a bunch at night, and then give him a second dose, like an hour or two before going in, and he is just out of it. He's like completely out of this world. Like whatever. He just goes completely off the rails. So poor dude, he's not looking forward to today. But I am. Like I've got I made some really good progress on the work stuff. I'm hoping to get some hours in at my side gig tonight. I haven't been able to do much this week, but kid has practice again tonight, which makes things a little bit more difficult because I get them from school is over at 3, practice is at 5, so we have to get here, get things sorted, food, get to practice, then go pick them up at 7, and so there's not like, I don't work well in spurts like that. I work much better when I know I've got time. So it's going to be a busy day, but in a good way, I think, and hopefully the car problem isn't. my car is junk. Like, it really is. I got it in 2019, I think. I've had it for almost 4 years. It's a 2010 Ford Focus, 5-speed, and it's had problems for the last couple of years. The battery drains overnight, but only when it's cold. It doesn't do it when it's hot. And if I run it every day, it doesn't do it at all. So I don't think it's the battery. I'm pretty sure it's a parasitic load. I bought an amp clamp. I have an amp clamp around here somewhere so that I could test for it. I just haven't. I don't know why. So that's a problem. It has no ABS. The ABS module is bad, and I can't get one. So it has no ABS. That's frustrating. Every now and then it doesn't want to start. Not battery related, but it just does nothing. And I'm pretty sure it's the ignition switch, so I have to kind of jimmy it a little bit to get it to go. It has issues. It has a lot of issues. And now this, it was a good car when I got it. It was the right price, and it was it's done well. And I really enjoy driving a 5-speed. I've had manual cars for most of my adult life, and I really like that. But I think it's time to really start considering letting it go. Even though I just put $600 worth of tires on it, I think that it is well over its useful age to me, and it's going to start causing more problems. And I need it to be reliable for getting my kid from all these things that they do. So I need to get this coolant issue sorted, because that's a big one. Like, that can really cause some big damages, or it could leave me stranded, which is, I'm not so concerned about the battery leaving me stranded. I've got a jump pack for that. As always, I just adapt. Like, whatever. It is what it is. It's a broke car. I'll carry a jump pack with me. I just, whatever. But this one I can't just whatever. I guess I could just carry around gallons of antifreeze and keep dumping in it. But I did that with the last car before I got rid of it, because it was leaking also. And I don't want to keep doing that. That's a complete mess. I'm hoping it's a simple leak. It's slow enough of a leak that it's not like just pouring out when it's sitting. So it's a high up leak. Leads me to believe it's either the head gasket's leaking or the coolant temperature sensor is just slow drip, like a leak out of those. Those can leak. Hopefully that's all it is, and I can put a new coolant temperature sensor in it and go. If it's a head gasket, I can fix that. I've put heads on, I don't know, dozens of vehicles. I haven't done it in 10 years probably or more. So where I used to be able to probably do it in an afternoon, it'd probably take me all day now to do a head gasket change. But I'm not looking forward to that if that's what it takes. And I don't really have an interior space to do that anymore. I guess I could take it to my parents' house and do it there. Maybe that's where I did the last one. So I'm going to have a busy weekend. Kid's got practice tomorrow afternoon. Kid wants to go out with a friend tomorrow evening. Scouts. We've got all kinds of stuff going on all weekend, and I'm going to stay busy. What are you going to do? Hopefully, I'll get some shop time and work on this. Jonathan gave me the idea of instead of like making a hold down sled, to just double stick tape this to something. I think that's a brilliant solution, and I'm probably going to go with that. The only problem I have with that is this is that Home Depot Sandee ply, Sandee ply. It's a pre-sanded, pre-finished plywood. It is not great. It's okay, but this veneer is about a 64th of an inch, maybe even like thinner than that, and a tape might rip it. So I don't know yet. I'll tackle that when I get to it. I also realized, I think that part of the reason why my fences keep warping is, if you've ever used a sled, once I make the cut through here, there's not as much material holding this thing flat. And on my old sled, I have a little red block to remind me not to put my hands there. I think I need to make that much, much bigger on this version. So I'm going to make like a real wide backer piece right here to remind me not to put my hands there. And also to bridge this gap so that it's the blade will get buried in that, and there'll be a lot of structure here to hold it flat. Okay, that's it. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Monday. It'll be Monday. Always on the Fridays. Today's word you should know to sound smart is premonitory. It is an adjective meaning strongly indicative of intuiting that something is going to happen. The Harrisons sold their stock in that company because they had a premonitory vision that the company would soon go bankrupt. Premonitory. Premonitory. Well, I just said it wrong like a bunch of times. Premonitory. Is that like strongly indicative of intuiting that's or intuiting that something is going to happen? Is that like monetarily related? Like monetary seems to make, I don't know.